Now, I love to live stream. I think it's a great and easy way to create great content that is going to perform wonderfully no matter what you're doing for your brand. Whether you're live streaming to YouTube, whether you're doing wonderful things on Facebook, or you're trying to figure out what you're going to be doing to share with your business community on LinkedIn, live stream is going to be so awesome for connecting with your audience and building a wonderful community. So I want to share with you my favorite tool, Streamyard, when it comes to live stream, because it's so easy to use. Anyone can do it. Hi, my name is Desiree. If you're looking to grow your business with better social media and content marketing, take action now. Hit that subscribe button and that bell below. Now, before we dive into this, Streamyard has this really wonderful feature where you can create custom overlays that are going to allow for you to have those bottom thirds, nameplates, sponsorships, all that kind of stuff. I want you to go grab my templates I have for you down in the description. It's going to give you free, really good ones to get started with, and of course templates so that you can create custom ones yourself and know exactly where all of the guests are and stuff on your screen. So now let's head over to the computer and to Streamyard. So this is Streamyard. Now, once you've logged in and created your free account or your paid account, you go into here and you're going to need to connect your destinations. So with your destinations, all you have to do is go add destination and then click the one that you want to connect. No matter what it is, you're going to just have to go through the prompts to add it in. So let's say YouTube channel, for example. I select the email account that's associated with the YouTube channel I'm trying to do things with. I'm going to select the YouTube channel I want to live stream to, and then allow it to have access to it, allowing Streamyard to have access to my YouTube. And then I have to do some steps in YouTube to make the live dashboard work and stuff. I am not going to waste your time on that. You can go through this prompt yourselves and then you can have those destinations. Now, I have already gone through those destinations, as you can see. So I have all of the brands that I care about and that I wanted to live stream on all set up here. So now let's go into broadcasts, and I'm going to create the pillar, the structure, the house for all of my live streams. I'm going to hit create a broadcast, and I'm going to select the places I would like this live stream to go to. So I'm just going to select Facebook because it's kind of the easiest one to do. I'm going to do my title. I'm going to do my description, however long or detailed you need it to be. And then I can either create my broadcast if I'm planning to go live right now, or I can hit schedule later. That way I have a link for promoting it for a future live stream. You can upload your image, and it's going to need to be at a 1280 by 720, which is the standard thumbnail size for Facebook, LinkedIn, and for YouTube, and hit apply. Select your date and time that you want this to go up, and do note that whatever your time zone is that you are set with your computer is going to be the time zone that you are using. So if you have a VPN, that will probably need to be turned off for scheduling this out. Now we're just going to create our broadcast, and we're going to go into Streamyard. So what's going to happen is it's going to show up here at the top as a list of what we have available. So we're going to hit enter broadcast studio to go in. Real quick with these three dots, it kind of just shows you if you want to send the link to invite your guests, but you can also do that from inside the studio. You can edit the information that you just did, or you can delete it, and then it will delete it from Facebook for you as well. And then again, you can view the link for this on Facebook. And then you have a link for sharing to the social networks and all of the things beyond that. So now let's enter our broadcast studio, and the first thing we're going to need to do is sync up our microphone and our camera. So this is what I have going on with my webcam, and I have my webcam, my settings. I'm going to mute just because I am recording on my screen. I don't want to mess up anything. I can go into my camera settings and kind of select which camera I might want to use depending on which one is hooked up. Adjust my audio. Maybe you have different mics that you want to do, whatever the situation is. Or if you have a green screen, which is an option with Streamyard, you would go in and set that up here. Next, we're going to enter our broadcast, and let's go over what we see here in our interface. So first things first, down here, add yourself to the stream if you want to, so that you can see what's going on, how it's going to look, how you are going to look on camera, all that stuff. Underneath it, we have all the different layouts for depending on how many guests that we have. It will auto adjust them, and you can select which layout it is. When you're the only one on screen, this is kind of your only option. So, but you can adjust it even if you're screen sharing and stuff. So let's walk through those other options. We can stop the camera if we want to, turn on off our mic, adjust our settings from in here. This is also where you can adjust the settings for your guests as well. Go down here to screen share. Let me show you what it is to screen share what you're doing. You're selecting, you can do a different application window, you can do a tab, whatever it is, and you just hit share, and then it's going to show up here on the screen, and then you can kind of see the different options that you have available to you for different layouts. I'm going to stop it though, because that's going to be really weird, that whole infinite thing that's going on there. Okay, so now let's go over and look. One more thing is invite our guests. So I'm going to invite a guest. I'm going to copy my link. I can either email it to somebody, do Messenger, but what I'm going to do, because I want to show you what it looks like in the browser, I am going to show you how a guest looks at this. So here's my guest look. Again, they have to allow the camera and mic that they have. I'm going to mute, use my camera. I have a different name here, and I'm going to enter the broadcast, okay? As you can see, this is what the guest sees. All that the guest can see is themselves and whatever you're putting on the screen. They don't see any of the other screen sharing things or other guests that you have here. You also can do the different tabs like stop your camera and screen share. And then they can see all of the comments that are coming in from the live stream as well as the private chat with you. Now we can add them on and you can see the different layouts that we have available to us with this. So while I have these up, now's a good time for us to go over here to the right hand side of the screen and look at these different things. So first things first, again, we can edit our live stream until it goes live. We have when it's scheduled to go live and then what the different places are that it's going to go live to. I can add them out, I can change them out, and when I actually go live, it will actually be a green check mark. Okay. Next, we have our comments. So as people are commenting during the live stream, they're going to show up here and I can comment as them, as you can see, as myself when we're here. Now, you cannot comment on Facebook profiles, which is like what this account is, but if you're doing it on a YouTube channel or a Facebook business page, LinkedIn, all that kind of stuff, those comments will show up here, okay? Next, we have banners. Banners are for you to do like different bottom things. It summarizes your talking points and displays calls to action that you might have that you want to put in here. I am not like you could go in, you edit it, you put whatever text you want in here. Text to display at the bottom. And then you can have it scroll across the bottom like this. And then you can show it and it's going to be on here. So maybe you have like an opt-in that you want to do, a website you're trying to do attraction to, all that kind of stuff. And then you can turn it on or off. And that's what the banners are going to do. Next is our branding page, and this is where a bulk of the activity is going to happen. So let's just walk through all of these things one by one. So first things first, we have up here, this is where we have our different brands. Now, if you're doing multiple live streams for different brands or different pages, or maybe what you do on Facebook is different than what you do on YouTube, whatever the reason may be, you're gonna wanna make sure you create a live stream for each brand so that you can have all of those branded content pieces in one place. So for example, as you can see, I have all of these content places in piece, but if I go down here to this Train Your Bestie one, what I have on here changes up. So it's important to organize it there. It's really nice. Next, we have our branding color. You can actually pick whatever color it is you want. Like if you have a very specific color, which a lot of brands do, you can put that number in here and it's done. For our themes, this is going to be for showing our name here. Now, I don't use this a whole lot because I like to use custom overlays for names, but this is an option for you. Again, the color that you set will be what it is, and then you can adjust it to this minimal one. And if you want to turn it off, you just go down the bottom and hit show display name. Okay? Next, we have our logo. If you have the free version of Streamyard, this will always be here. Like you can't get rid of this. But if you have a paid version of Streamyard, then you can go in here and you can change out this branding. Note that it has to be less than 200 by 200 pixels for it to work in this logo watermark that they have. Next, we have our overlays. Now with our overlays, again, Streamyard has their standard ones that you can always use, but then you can add in your own. So I like having this at the bottom that I can put like my own website, my brand, my Instagram handle, that kind of thing. Or when I have guests, I can do something like this, where I can not only have like their name, I can also have like mine on here, which I really like having for these different options. Again, as a heads up, you can do things like this where you have like a GIF where it's going to be animated in the corner or overhead. My friend Shelly from TubeBuddy made me this and I just wanted to share it on here because it's nice. Note though that it's going to cycle throughout this, so you want to make sure that if the movement isn't distracting for your people that are watching your live stream, okay? And then you can do things like this where it's like the whole screen can be filled with something that you have. Now on the subject of different kinds of like filling up live streams. We have different videos that you can add in. So for example, this is Train Your Bestie, which was a live streaming show that one of my good friends had done. We created this animated intro graphic for her so that when she did her show, it showed up like when she was like bringing people in, or like, hi, welcome to my show, do things after this. Like, this is the kind of thing that you can do and add this sort of video in. The limitations that you are going to run into when it comes to these videos, it has to be an MP4 file. It has to be at least, it has to be less than 100 megabytes, and it also has to be less than 5 minutes long. Okay, and I have a video that you can watch in the cards right now that is going to show you how to create your own video and upload that out for you for free. So go check that out. And then my last thing for displays is going to be your backgrounds. As you can see in this specific brand, we were using backgrounds as a way to share other information, opt in for the bot, or just have this while also like changing out our information. You can totally use overlays and the backgrounds together to accomplish a lot of really great things for your brand. When you want to upload anything, all you have to do is hit these plus marks and upload what you need it to do. Okay? And one last really cool thing about all this branding things that I like is that you can actually label everything. So if you go in here and just click on the name, you can change the name of the file. It's going to upload by default, as you can see. It uploads whatever the name of the file is as the default name, and you can just kind of go in and change it. So that's something really cool about the organizational opportunities that are there. Next, we have our private chat. This is what's going to show up between you and your guests. And then as you can see, it shows up for them over here, private chat, okay? And then you can go into your settings one more time to check things out. Now, something I want to point out to you is, let's talk about streaming quality for a second. Now, you can stream at 1080p with Streamyard, but the only way to do it is if you have the Pro plan available to you. You, by default, will have the 720 as what's available for the free one, and so forth. So know that you can change that out and that this option is available to you as well. Now, when you are ready to go live, all you have to do is hit this blue live button and it's going to send it out. And then once you're ready to end your broadcast, it'll say end broadcast and it'll be in red. So that is what the interface looks like for Streamyard circa 2020, and all of the super fun things that you can do in here now that you couldn't before. I also want to take this chance to make a note that you can also now live stream this exact interface from your mobile device. You can host from your mobile anywhere that you are, as long as you have a really good Wi-Fi or 5G, 4G connection, because it's going to allow for you to live stream anywhere and with anyone. It's going to be really wonderful. And Streamyard is one of the only live streaming tools that you can use with going live on LinkedIn, because you cannot natively go live to LinkedIn right now. So if you want to know more about how you can go live with LinkedIn or anything else that has to do with Streamyard, like creating graphics, creating overlays, creating videos, all that stuff, you're going to watch this video I have for you right here, and this playlist is going to have all of that goodness. And until next time, I'll see you soon.